Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here's today's question. Should I get a social media manager? Any tips on who or what software to use? So first I want to thank Therapy Notes for sponsoring us. So when you imagine social media bringing in your ideal clients, what do you think will work? I want you to take a minute with me to think of the people that you follow on social. So pick one person or business that you actively seek out. It's a fair assumption that you don't seek them out because of an inspiring quote, nor an announcement that they have available spots in their practice or business. It's not a reference link to a blog post they wrote that isn't even clickable. My guess is that you follow people for a few important reasons. It's an either and, it could be more than one of these. So either their content is helpful to you in some way, you relate to them and you like them as people. Maybe you follow somebody because it's like watching a car crash. Like think about some reality stars. Or maybe you're following somebody just because they're super hot. Obviously, we're wanting to veer towards the first and second in this scenario. My concerns about hiring a social media manager is whether or not they're going to be able to create the content that's truly helpful for your ideal clients, and if they can show enough of you that you feel like someone your ideal clients would want to continue to follow and work with. So I think there are social media managers out there who can do that, but you're going to have to really search hard for them and likely pay them really good money. They're going to need to really get your ideal clients, their struggles, and have an understanding of some of the complexities of how you work. They're going to need to understand the pitfalls and the landmines that could be really problematic for your clients. I suspect in most cases, for you to have content on your social that is really reaching your ideal clients, you're still going to have to create most of it. So for instance, as an eating disorder therapist, if I hired somebody to create the content, they'd really need to know and understand health at every size and intuitive eating on a very deep, probably personal level. They'd need to be really living it themselves. Otherwise, they might post something about like healthy portions or self-control or something that is gonna be super problematic, that people who are not eating disorder professionals or not eating disorder clients honestly screw up all the time because they just don't. It's like a whole other language and world that if you're not in it, you're not in it, and you don't know it. So if you work with depression, the idea, I've seen these really pretty things that are like happiness is a choice. That's a really popular one. And in some contexts, sure, happiness is a choice, but not when you're depressed. It doesn't feel like a choice. And that's going to make potential clients feel like there's no way you can understand them. So while you can hire somebody to do this for you, it's going to be much harder than you might think. It's not going to be like hiring that college student that your mom's coworker's kid is, or even a professional social media manager who has a bunch of canned posts that they can put on about any number of mental health issues. The typical engagement questions that you might get in a typical Instagram training are also going to be highly inappropriate for some people to respond to on a therapist's Instagram page or Facebook page. So basically, for your social to bring in clients, it needs to be impactful and not something that any other therapist could or would say in the exact same way. And don't let that feel like pressure. You already say things in different ways from other therapists all day, every day. You're already different and original enough. You just have to get it out there. So as far as social media software, I like Canva for writing on top of images and creating graphics. If you have a lot of content that you want to be circulated, then Meet Edgar can make that easier. They kind of recycle your content for you. Instagram is tricky for scheduling software. I've seen some pop up and then go away, or Instagram won't play with them anymore, basically. So I can't recommend anything specific to Instagram. And the companies that post elsewhere, like Buffer or Hootsuite, they don't seem to consistently post on Instagram, at least last time I checked. You can schedule up to 5 posts on Facebook ahead of time. So that's another thing you could consider, is using the tools that are already a part of the program. I also recommend choosing just one social channel and going really hard on that one instead of spreading yourself thin on too many. Social is one of very many strategies that you can choose from. And I've never honestly had an active social page for any of my private practices, and I've stayed full. So you don't need it. If you don't enjoy it, and maybe you don't since you're already talking about outsourcing, then don't use it. You don't need it. Choose something else. I hope that that helps you make a decision. It's probably not the answer you wanted, but it's the answer you got. We do have social media training in the Abundance Party, including some really juicy updates that are coming. So you can come and join us to learn everything you need to learn to have a successful practice over at abundanceparty.com. It's only $49 a month. If you have questions, please DM me, and I would love to answer them. So DM me over on Instagram, where I'm abundance_practice_building, and I will answer you here on Ask Allison. All right, have a great day.